Well, hi everybody. This is Angie and Ursa's Day to Paint. And we're going to try for those wonderful pearl cells again. And we watched some guy on YouTube. And he used black. He used silver. We're using a kind of a silvery gold. And I'm using turquoise. He used all metallics except for the black. And he did a dirty pour. We're using a 14 by 14 canvas, 14 by 14 canvas, and she's using the turquoise, but she's using the gorgeous purple, metallic purple, a black. Everything's been mixed with Floetrol, and in a couple of moments we will be ready to go. So I'm just going to close the door for a second. Okay, so we are ready to go. I feel like Madeline. Okay, so, yep, all those little things disappeared. Yes, they did. Okay, good. So, we did squirt our canvas on the back to tighten it up. That's important. You don't want a floppy canvas. Okay, so we're going to take our black and we're going to do a dirty pour right into it. This is a lot of paint, so I think, and I'm going to, which color we did first? I guess I'm going to do the silver gold. Silver gold. And I'm going to hold it up high, like he did, so it dives into the cup. Hold the cup. Just like that. Woo! That's enough. Big enough cup. It is a big cup. And now I'm going to take this and dive that in. Whoa! Might have needed a bigger cup. Might have really equal amounts. If I had poured a little bit of the black off on the corners, I would have had enough room in the cup. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of that black, pour it in the corner, even though it's already mixed. So I have enough room to pour the rest of that in there. See, it pays to follow what the guy tells you to do. That's a big one. Alright, so now I'll have enough room to put the rest of this and the rest of this. That's pretty. The corners are beautiful. They're bringing up beautiful stuff. Let's hope that the rest of it. So what he did was he didn't stir it or anything, I remember, and he just pours it. And this camera, I hope it doesn't get it on its feet. Oh well. Here we go. No tree ring, just straight pour in there. Just a straight dirty pour. Should be seeing a lot of black, but actually what I'm seeing is a lot of the metallic silver gold, which is okay. It's going to be just like his. Well, you know what? His was very black in the beginning, wasn't it? See, I'm not going to worry about it. There's that black in the center. And after we got that all in the center, we just did a very gentle oh my God, my corners are gorgeous. I want to keep the corners, the heck with the rest of it. So, we do a gentle, very gentle, move the paint around, because that's really what's going to bring up, oh, it's actually coming up already. Whoa. Actually, they're coming up already. So we're going to just do a very gentle round. Not even, I'm not going to even let anything go off the side right now. Just a very gentle. The black in the center is really growing, which gets some cells. And as it gets closer to those corners, it's making this motion is making some fantastic cells come up. The trick is gentle and slow. Gentle and slow. And I'm going to just let it, a big hole in the middle. Gentle and slow. Gentle and slow. It's making really a lot of cells come up. And I think as I get closer to the corners, put it down for a minute and ponder. So I've got some beautiful cloud cells coming up. I've got some pearl cells coming up. So far my middle is black hole. But I'm not going to torch it yet. And I'm going to use the corner thing. So it doesn't, everything doesn't go flying off. So you just put it like this. And as I let it go up that way, very slowly. Very slowly. I could also use my finger because, ooh, but it's growing this stuff. Okay, it's not, this is not moving a whole lot. So I'm gonna just take it and go fill it in like this. So it doesn't have to go over that edge. I'm saying, no, this is as far as I want you to go. And I'm not going to tilt all that just for that tiny ½ an inch. There, got that. And I'm going to allow it to just, it's making a lot of great cells. And I'm happy with the pearl cells. And I love all the blue. That was supposed to be that turquoise. That was that color shift thing. But it's, instead of turquoise, they're coming out this beautiful, almost like a cobalt blue. And I don't know what that means. Maybe it means when you mix that color shift paint with another paint, it changes the color. I don't know. But I'm loving my corners, and I'm glad I didn't tip them off. So we're going to let this develop. And while it's developing, I'm going to allow it to do that and shoot it with the gun. And see if we can bring some stuff up, coming up in the middle. Oh, I'm excited. I might have success with this today. And I don't want to, okay, so we're breaking bubbles. This is warming the paint up, can you hear me? Warming the paint up, which is going to make more cells come to the surface. And I hope I can get some in the middle. I think they will eventually, and especially if I move this a little bit more. Are you okay with using this, or you want me to do it? Okay.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, you want to use the small one? You're tilted. Fix these feet because you're tilted. Make sure you get it even. I even have to. You got beautiful cells going on. You don't have to go off the sides. You don't want to go off the sides. So I think I should Okay, and while she's torching, I'll bring you into a little close-up. And we are going to, oh, beautiful. Oh, that silver and gold is coming out. Yes, it is. So pretty. Now that turquoise that I use is turquoise in some places. But I did not use purple, so I'm not sure that I know what that is. That's the Payne's gray mixed with the black. Ha 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 ha. That's what that is. Gorgeous stuff happening here, guys. Okay, so we are going to do a little more tilting. I am anyway. I need to, I don't like the big black hole, but I'm hoping that, and I think it will. He moved it a lot. I mean, he just tilted around a lot, and the more he tilted around a lot, the more cells came up. So I'm taking that as a hint that I need to do the same thing to cause more cells to come up. But we're getting pearl cells, and so we're very excited. And actually, even as I speak, just more is coming up. I do not want to lose any of this or any of this. This is just the big black hole. So I think what I'm gonna do is just rotate it, just rotate it gently. And that one just popped up right in there, and there's a few popping up in here. And I think what I'm gonna do is just hit it with a small gun for a second before I rotate. In that center, there's some beautiful cells still popping up. With this small torch, you can get a little closer and work it a little bit more, but just make sure you don't torch your canvas or your paint too much. Just keep it moving, So we're warming up this paint. It's making that black hole bring up some small cells. And we're going to see now, as we rotate this, if I can make it stimulate. And I'm not going to tip anything off really. I'm going to just rotate it just ever so gently, forcing that black paint to have some friction. Just gently rotating. Can you see that, guys? I'm going to move this even closer to the camera. Forcing it to have some friction. Now, if I still don't like, and I won't tip it all off yet, that black or part of it off yet, because it's got so many beautiful cells around the outside of it. We're going to just leave it for like 10 minutes. I'll shut the camera off and come back to it and see if it will. Okay. He actually shook it at one point like that. It's like, okay, come on up, guys. Come up for a breather. Now it's really making the other cells bigger. And I don't really want to lose what's going. All right, I think, guys, I'm going to just shut the camera off for a few minutes. All right, move that around to about like that. Let those cells grow. Let these cells grow without it going off to the side, off the edge, meaning, and come back in a few minutes. Just let it. Make sure it's on their level. That one's low. Make sure it's on their level. You don't want it sliding with the side, and get the sides clean. Get the white off. Okay, while we're doing this, getting the sides covered, I'm going to shut this off and come back in a few minutes and see what happens. Back. Okay, so we're back. Probably been a good hour at least, and some of it is slid off to the side. That's because it was not level. So I'm going to just bring it back. Don't know if she wants to move. So I don't want to lose everything that has happened here. I'm going to let it roll around a little bit and see going to do. I might do a pour in the middle. With the same colors. And now this is, I like the way this is here. A lot of it slid off. Too bad. Yours stayed even. It's a good thing. But for some reason, I was not even on this end. And a lot of it's, yeah, you could see all the paint.
This is still moving.
It's still moving, which is good. Let this grow a little bit over here, so I don't have so much of the other thing to black to contend with. I'll let this grow a little bit. Oh, it's moving there. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave this like this, and I'm gonna have to make sure when I leave this overnight, this is level, because a lot of it slid off. But I'm gonna do a tiny little pour in the middle, and I'm gonna use the black again, and what's ever left over here, I need more. You got any silver left? You got some silver left? Okay, I'm going to just pour whatever I have here so that I can do it. Because that middle is just, you know, it's just part of the cells that are not crazy. But I wouldn't call those pearl cells. I think you have more pearl cells. Mine might have been, but they got so grotesquely big. So let's do this, guys, and see what happens. It's right in the middle. I'm not going to do rainbow. Oh good, I got a little bit of turquoise in there. I don't want intestines. So let's stop it. The colors are right. I don't want to do too much of this because it's going to affect that. So I think I'm going to just blow it like a bloom and see what happens. Okay. Scary stuff. I'm going to put that on. The colors are right. Let's see what happens. Actually, it looks like a moon right in the middle.
It does.
Doesn't it? That's kind of cool, actually. What do you think? And it's making some really nice little cells in the middle. It's making some cloud cells. It's like a moon in the middle. Look at these neat little cloud cells coming up. I don't know. I think I will maybe just a little instead of blowing. Am I on the right side? No. Let's see what happens when I kind of like that in the middle. It's not too much paint. No. Kind of interesting. Let's torch it a little bit too before I. Let's torch it a little bit. It's growing a little bit. I don't know why it's growing, but it is. Wake up, you sleepyhead. Come on. Look at that middle. It's growing. Why is it growing? I guess the heat is making it got bigger. Didn't it? Alright, so I think I'm going to just jostle it just a little bit. Yeah, it's recording. Okay. And see what happens. See if I can just make that grow up a little bit without losing more off the side. Yeah, the sides aren't moving too much. Very slowly. Just trying to make that middle grow a little bit without the other parts. Yeah, see, there's so much spilled off the side already. It's like, I'm done spilling off the side. And that middle black has got enough paint in it that's wet, very wet. Well, not very wet, but wet enough that it's allowing this thing in the middle to, whoopsie, it's growing. I like them cloud cells in there. It's kind of cool. Whoopsie, I'm gonna go up this side too much. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Don't want those cloud cells to overlap themselves. Kidney. Like a kidney in the middle there. A little bit of a kidney. It kind of looks like somebody's insides. Which I don't like intestinal stuff. I just want this, I hope it'll spread out a little bit more. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, what do you think, Angie? A little strange, isn't it? That's a polite way of saying strange. She's being polite.
I mean, I love this.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I shouldn't worry about. There's just, no, I need the difference. Leave a little difference. I need that little bit of a difference. This is beautiful, actually. It is neat. Maybe I should just leave it. Below it. I like this thing around the outside. That's really pretty. And this is gorgeous. That's really pretty. Let me go around a little more. See if we can get it to stretch a little more. Swimming around. Alright, stretched out a little bit more. It did. And by moving it like that too, it might bring up some more cells.
Right.
Which I'm hoping. Need a mud over here. Hoping it will. I'm gonna hit it with the gun. I might just leave that. I mean, it kind of looks like a planetary type of thing.
It does.
Right? Like this thing floating out there in the space.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, yeah. You think so, Urs? Okay, if you want to believe that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Because those look like rings.
Yeah, well, this is so pretty. It's bringing up a little more of the turquoise. And I really love this. That was just a little leftover. I just wish I had a little more of these things popping up in here. They're trying to. I'm not terribly upset with this, guys. I'm not terribly upset. I just, I wish the black hadn't taken over so much. But you know, you try and try and try again. And if that fails, Angie, this looks fantastic from over here. Yeah, come look. I'm gonna bring the camera in on it. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Sure does. Now, the next thing is how they're gonna dry.
Right.
Yep, because if they do that sometimes, you get this beautiful color and you're happy with this color. You come back the next day and it's like dark. They've dried. And then you have to figure out what the heck to... Now, we didn't use silver, although we did put some silver in that gold. She's got a lot of pearl cells. lot of pearl cells. Mine grew like amoebas. They're amoebas. We got the amoebas going here, but you know, so we could just leave it alone, I think. When I'm not happy with something totally, I tend to start to fool around with it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to blow into this. I mean, I like this part a lot. That's a part I actually like. But I don't know how to make that to grow more without the other sides going off the side, and I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. So, but, you know, I'm always one. Someone said if you like something 98%, don't change it for the lousy 2%.
Right.
You know me. Maybe just, let me see something. Just, you know, it's not pretty out there. So maybe I'll just make this thing. Ooh, I kind of like that better. Because it's breaking up the black. It's also giving it a feeling of incorporating it into what's happening there. I mean, you're floating in the middle? Okay, fine. But maybe while you're floating in the middle, you're also sending off strands of stuff. I like that better. It's just breaking up some of the black. I'm liking it a lot better, actually. But now the thing is, don't overdo it. Okay, a little lighter one is good. When you bring this lighter color into the darker, that's why it's making that nice light thing. So if I want that to happen here, I've got to go lighter. Oops, clean the brush. It's full of black. Okay, bring that into, oops, grab that silvery stuff. Kind of swirling it like that is something floating in space. Yeah, I think that really helped it incorporate it into it. Side. Come off the side. Think that helped, Angie?
Oh yeah.
I think it helped. Now I got a little bit of turquoise in here, so you can also change some of the gold. Something all the same is not always a good thing. Let it come off the side here. Pretty. Ooh, there's that's that, what's it called? Color shift. Okay, I gotta be careful not to get too finicky. Keep it simple, stupid. Too complicated. That little bit of turquoise in there, that little bit of color shift. It's too fat, just skinnied it up a little bit. And if what we did over here, we need to do some of that here. So maybe a different size stick, not so fat. Okay, so we can use skewer. We can use skewer with a paddle. So I'm being a little finicky, but I think it's helped. Actually starting to like it. So let me bring this into here. Oh yeah, that's a pretty, that color shift is very pretty stuff. Ooh, that's getting very galactic, ethereal. I hope it doesn't remind you of somebody's insides. I hate that. Now that looks pretty good. That's pretty. That's very pretty. That turquoise actually is, I love it. I love it. I'm starting to love the middle a lot now. So sometimes you just do have to take a chance and experiment a little with the colors. And I think I'm about to stop, I think. Just one more in here. That color shift is just amazing. I think as it's hitting the silver, whoa. It is definitely now changing some stuff. Wowee. I keep telling myself, don't overdo this. Just a few little skinny ones off of the fat one. There you go. Just skinny ones. Perfect. And it's kind of different. Alright, I think I'm going to stop with this and bring it in for you. I don't think I'm going to use the skewer. I think I've made enough lines in there. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it needed that piece in the middle. I think it really did. It was just too black. Just a big black nothingness. I was hoping. Well, actually, I've got a few little things coming up now, and I'm going to put the gun again on it. Look at that color shift, Angie. The color shift is gorgeous stuff. I love the color shift. Okay, we'll just give it another shot with the gun. See where we can bring up some more. Ooh. And I think I'm happy with this now. I think it's very, very different in a nice way, in a good way. I'm going to call it. Which, you want to give yours another torch? Giving it another torch, and I think then we're saying bye. Goodbye, she says. Oh yeah, it made the gold come up more, didn't it? Is that my imagination? Or it's making the colors come up brighter, I think, isn't it? I think so. So this is like an hour later. Okie dokie. Okay, from me and Angie. Keep painting!
Keep painting!